biz, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to worry, no, no, no. This is your own biz, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to scurry, oh. We say, hey, hey. We are gonna make this crew unite tonight. We say, yo, yo. Inside will get your head on right. For me in a bad mind. Me no have no space or time for fight, yo. Me just have fun. No one a right joke. No one a right joke. Come on, come on. Oh, come together. We need some peace. Oh, just to enter. No time to waste. Right to center. Be positive.
I'm muted. Should we start that again? Because I was muted. Hello, everyone, and welcome to VoxEdit Monday with me, Panda Pops. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some VoxEdit stuff. What we're going to be creating mainly today is like a multi-use asset, and by that I mean I'm gonna try something that I haven't tried in a while, and if you have seen the bookcase I've done, so I made a bookcase before, and the bookcase had different color swatches, and it was all one asset, and so that particular asset has multi-uses within people's experiences, because, you know, it came in different color swatches. Each color swatch had 2 different variations, so you could like mix and match and make a whole bunch of stuff. What I'm actually going to do today is I'm going to try and make an asset that can be like a set of drawers or a bookcase or something else. Maybe like a side table, probably not a side table. Maybe we'll start with drawers and a bookcase, and we'll go from there. Maybe we'll even make it into like a TV unit. I haven't fully planned this out. Usually I map things out first in my mind of how I'm going to have it designed, and then one second. Sorry. Transform into a rocket shooting droid. Yeah, go west. No, it's not going to transform into that. We're going to keep it slightly more, not beginner, but probably intermediate user friendly. But yeah, we're going to start with like a set of drawers, maybe a bookcase, and then maybe like an entertainment unit where like a TV could be in the middle of it, is what I'm imagining. This is probably going to go over this week and next week. So yeah, let's at least hop on in. And do you know what? I did not think about what I was wearing today, because this has a bunch of cacti on it, and they're green, so they are now invisible. So apologizes for my outfit. But I've already got kind of started with, we've already opened up here. We've got our control node, and I'm going to start with the drawers. And the reason I'm going to start with the drawers is because they're the smaller item. And, oh, and one of the things that I want to do is, yes, I could do this and I could hide everything underground. I'm not going to do that. We're not hiding anything underground. We're going to make sure what we're creating is going to be all inside of that one item. Hi, Voxel Manufacturing Partners. I love that, P-Dung. That is amazing. What a great greeting. I adore that. That's fantastic. All right, let's start creating. So we're just gonna create a set of drawers. So for the height, I'm gonna have it at 30. And by a set of drawers, I don't mean like bedside drawers. Well, maybe they could be used as bedside drawers, but I'm thinking more like a small sideboard that you might see in like your living room or something. Let's do this at, let's do 64. So let's make it 2 blocks wide, and we'll keep it 1 block deep. I may adjust this to be slightly larger because we are going to want to hide everything inside of this. Actually, I'm already going to do it. I'm going to make it 34. No, we're not. We're going to keep it at 32. And I'm going to grab some wood tones from over here, because I quite like this. It's kind of similar to that one, but we'll see. Oh, maybe I'll make it a little bit darker. That definitely needs to be kind of there. Okay, cool. All right, and I'm gonna fill in. Nope, we're not gonna fill in the whole thing. We're gonna fill in almost the. You know what? We'll fill in the whole thing, and then we'll just delete this bottom section. Right there. Probably a little bit more. That's 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And then we're putting our mirror tool on, and I'm just gonna have these side bits kind of come in a tiny bit. And I am clicking on the color swatch here until a little square appears. And I'm gonna drag it over to the next swatch. I'm just gonna make it slightly darker. I'm gonna have the wood on top just be kind of darker to the lower amount. And then I'm gonna add some little feet. Oh, but put that other mirroring tool on. There we go. So it's got some little feet, and I'm probably going to extend this down just slightly more. We'll have this just be a little bit thicker. We might adjust it later on, but this is how it's mostly going to look. And then I'm thinking it just goes in one here, which also means the leg now needs adjusting. Let's adjust you. All about little tiny adjustments. Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then from here, I'm going to want to obviously start up our cupboard doors, and I kind of want this to have a very sort of like cottagey feel. So I'm thinking of like light blues, maybe even this. In fact, I'm going to take this here and I'm just going to move it to a more turquoise color. Ish. There we go. Oh, we don't want to be on the face tool. I'm just going to make a draw. I don't want this to be the same on the other side, but I am still using the mirror tool, so I know where the halfway mark is for this. And then we're going to take that off. I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to want this to maybe be a cupboard. And maybe a shelf there. And let's just add this again. And then once again, we're just going to remove this. And it just helps us keep everything aligned. Also, how is everyone doing today? How are we good? Not trousers? What's not trousers? What? Hey, Ian the IT guy, Jazzwolf. Hello, how the frick are you? Nasman, I am good, thank you. How the frick are you? And Jazzwolf is currently on a 5-stream streak. Amazing, Jazzwolf. Fantastic. And Hoddle was the first one in. I forgot to say, I got too distracted by the fact that I accidentally was muted when I started. And I am frozen. I'm not frozen. This is just like the skill I have when I'm being a ventriloquist. And I can just appear frozen and talk like that. But yeah, got distracted by the sound not being turned on when I started. So hello, Hoddle, first one in. Followed by Laren, and then Yolks on you, and then I think I've said hello to everyone else. You're freaking great. Working intently. Yeah, not frozen. I was working intently. 100% true. No cap. Just all true. Don't worry about it. Okay, and then from here, I kind of want this to look a little garish to some degree. Maybe not that garish. Purple, I think, would go, but, like, let's make it, yeah, a bit lighter. There we go. I actually like the idea of it's sort of still having some green bits inside of it. Oh. Oh no! I was pressing the wrong thing. I was like, why is my tab not working? And it's because I was using caps. Oh, that's unfortunate. The handle's too... Maybe if I just move the handle down one, and I can make it work a little bit better. There. And then we'll add you there, you there. There we go. And we'll just have this go out. Like that. There. I'm still not fully convinced about the color. Yeah, I think if we keep it on this purple, it should be fine. What do we think? We kind of want it to look ugly, but not too ugly. Want it to look ugly, just not too ugly. Hey, woke zombie. What is it I'm drawing now? I'm just adding a little design onto these drawers. And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to make multi-use drawers. And by that, I mean create an asset that has different sort of like color swatches in a way. But we're also going to turn this into this pattern. It's just a random pattern. It's one where I'm just like, yeah, it's one coming out of my mind. I'm not, it's not like it, maybe there's a name for it. I could have seen this pattern anywhere, but it's just a random pattern. Like, don't think too hard about the pattern. It's just a random pattern. I'm probably spending too much time on adding a pattern, really. Because we don't really need a pattern. Right, and then let's make this one a blue color. And we're also going to move this one's handle down a little bit. And we'll adjust this because obviously we've got the wood tones here. We should probably put the darker... We could either put a darker wood tone around this bit, but then we've got this big gap here as well. Or I could do the wood tone like there, And then what I'd want to do is copy this darker color and then add like either lighter there or darker, probably darker around the sides. Darker near the top, and probably add a darker color up here as well to really make it look like a drawer could be opening, if you see what I mean, just about using the different textures and stuff. But right now, ideally, I want to be able to figure out how we're going to make a bookcase out of this drawer. And we can do all the other parts afterwards, like all the pieces we're going to put on it and the overall texturing of it. We can work that out later. And I'm also going to save this palette. I guess I'll save it here. Drawers P is what I'm going to save. And I'm also going to replace... Yeah, I'm also going to replace the default palette with this one for this. What we're going to do is I'm going to duplicate, call this drawers 2. And basically I'm going to make the height higher. So we're going to want to make a bookcase out of this. However, we also need the pieces of the bookcase to hide inside of this item. So we've got to think about the height and how we're going to break that down. So we're definitely going to need like the back of the bookcase and all of that. But right now, I'm just going to make the bookcase itself. So the height of the bookcase, I'm probably going to want taller than an avatar. So we need higher than 64. So I'm probably going to do a 96. I could do it a bit lower. In fact, we will. We'll do a 90. And we're obviously going to want to use the same wood. So we're going to need a back, we're going to need sides. However, we aren't going to want the sides to be wider than the initial... Well, we may need them. Never mind, ignore me. We're doing this together. I have done a bookcase of this before, but I had planned it out. So this is, and there was multiple revisions. So this is just me figuring it out with you guys right now. And hey, over on X to Henley Cast, good to see somebody watching over on X. If you would like to, you can come over to our Twitch channel, which I do suggest you do. One, there's less delay, but also you can watch and earn channel points, and those channel points can be redeemed for NFT prizes. So that could be worth it. I mean, I appreciate you hanging over on X, and if you prefer hanging over on X, then cool. Do your thing, no pressure. But if you like the idea of doing a little bit of earning, maybe come on over. Panda Pops is the main furniture manufacturer in Sandbox. I kind of sometimes feel like I might be. Okay, so we've got the main bookcase, and obviously we can see where our drawers are here. And so with how I'm going to do the bookcase is always going to have the same legs. So I'm going to just make sure that the height of the bookcase is correct there. And then I'm also going to drag this in so I can see the thickness that I want. Amazing art. Akash, you have seen nothing at the minute. I would not classify this as amazing, but I appreciate you nonetheless. Oh no! I clicked just to leave. I gotta redo it. Cool. Good job. We already know what we were doing. And I want that to go up to the top part of those legs. And we're gonna drag this in right there. Okay, so now let's set our pivot point. Yes, we are saving it. And I just realized that this pivot point is way off. There we go, cool. Right, so these are our main drawers. Okay, we'll fix how it looks later. We don't care about how it looks right now. All we care about is the size and the overall concept. So these are our main drawers. We are then going to have, coming off of the control node, our bookcase 1. And we're gonna call this I'm gonna name it B1. And we're just gonna place that right there so we can kind of see what it looks like. Now, the things that I know we're going to need to do, because this is much larger. Like, we want to avoid hiding anything under the ground. There are a few reasons. It's not like it's optimization or anything, but if you think about, hey, you want to place this bookcase maybe upstairs. Now, this is more than 1 block high. In someone's house, they may want a set of drawers instead of the bookcase, so the bookcase will show under the ground and be sticking through someone's house. We don't want that. So ideally, we want to be able to hide everything inside of this one asset, okay? That's what we want to be doing. So the first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to rename this to bookcase H1 because I'm going to split it in half. And so we know our set of drawers are 30 blocks high. So we need this bit to be less than that. Okay? So what I like to do is, we're going to do it on the back. I'm going to get the line and the paint tool, and at the top, I'm going to draw down, and you'll see at the bottom of my screen, there's a bit that says start, and then it shows the X, Y, Z axis, and then it says delta X, Y, Z axis, and this is actually telling me how far down I'm drawing. If I was going up, it'll have a positive number, but I'm going down. So I'm going to want it on... Actually, I'm going to want it on less than 29 because we've got the feet. So I'm going to have it on 25. But I know that all of this section needs to become just its own section. I don't really need to do that there. I could just do that. And so I'm going to now delete everything else. So all of this is now being deleted. We don't care about this. We've already got copies of this. Like, we're not bothered. In fact, quickly, we can just trim it all the way back up here. And then all we're going to do is we're going to recolor these little sections. Now, a few things I am going to tell you first, which is both of the sides are going to become their own separate nodes. This is going to be a node-heavy asset, okay? So I'm going to call this B2 just for now. And I'm not moving the pivot point because it doesn't really need it. But now I can drag this down. And I can see that it fits perfectly over this. And I could have gone maybe 1 more down. But that's fine. So it now fits perfectly over this asset, which is great. So I'm going to move it back up. Oh, thank you. And I've got this top bit. Cool. We now need to break the next bit up. So I'm going to call this B3. And we already know we came 25 down. So once again, I'm going to just draw on. 25. Oh, too far. 25. So I know this is area 1. I'm going to just choose a different color. And we are now going to go 25 again. Maybe we'll go down to 26. Because I knew that fit before. So now we need to reduce down to this height and reduce to this height. Here we've got B3. I'll pop B3 in there. And we can just check that it slots into... Okay, so it doesn't quite slot. It's a little bit big. It is, yeah. Hey! This is, honestly, this is the sort of thing I do off stream because it's a lot of back and forth. You know what? For the bookcase, maybe we can have the feet going all the way down to the bottom. Maybe we can make that work. Right, and then we've got our other section. So let's do drawers. Let's do B4. So we did 25 first, followed by 26. Oh, hello. Followed by 26. There we go. So now we know we need to drag it all the way to here. So this is just slightly too big. Like, we can already see this is a little bit too big. Although, wait, no! No, because we don't need to worry about the sides. Oh, I could have done it smaller. I'm so silly. Yeah, this is it. I could have done it smaller. I'm so silly. I'm a silly goose. Hey, Hoodlum, how you doing? And Sir Alakin. I'm not frozen. I'm just concentrating. Okay, guys? I'm just super concentrating. And I'm just really good at making it look like I'm not moving my mouth. So yeah, sorry about that. I'll make sure to stop focusing. And Sauna over on YouTube, great to see you here. Thanks for the alert. Okay, so now we've got this all in sections. I feel like doing it in a different color would help. But if we go back... Oh. We go back to our main drawers, we know that this top bit should be the darker color. Did we do the darker color for this? Oh, we did. Okay, so the whole bookcase is the darker color. That works in our favor. So let's now see what it looks like when we go to hide our bookcase. So we're gonna move down B4 first. Gonna move down. Now the only issue is, obviously we can see these side bits right here, which isn't great. So they may need to be changed, or we can change some other elements. So we're gonna move this bit down. And then we're going to move the top. Oh. Oh, that is that bit. Okay, so what bit's this bit? Oh, I just didn't change any of it. Wait, I'm so confused. So that's the top. Oh, we don't have a... Oh, okay, B3, and then create B4. That's why. There we go. Okay, so you slot right there. B3 slots right there. And then B2's already moved. Right, and then let's move you out of the way. Okay, so that doesn't look too bad. Obviously, it cuts at the side. So if we just kind of move this to the side, you can see how obviously it cuts in a little bit. So it depends what you want to do. Whoa, that is really rude. But no, Lepresso, I haven't. I have actually lost weight because I had an operation that removed my gallbladder, and I couldn't eat any food for 2 to 3 weeks and had to live off of soup and liquids. And I have been eating like foods with very low portions of fat since then. And have lost over 1.5 stones. So thank you for asking if I've gained weight. That is so kind of you. You can hear... Oh! I can hear the alert. You will now be able to hear the alert. Oh, what? Yes, somebody over on YouTube. It's fine. If somebody wants to comment on my weight, that's their choice. It makes no sense to... But their choice. So yeah, that hides a corner here. I mean, we can adjust this. We can just make it a little bit smaller. But then that throws this pattern off. Because now it is only how many is it to this side? That is 10 to 12. So if we just move this out. But now I'm gonna have to adjust this top bit. This is why you shouldn't go and do patterns. This is why you shouldn't do that. Why does that look really off-center now? Like, what? That is 10. Oh, for goodness sake, I needed to just move it 1. Ah, there we go. There. Now it's even, and we'll figure that out later. Okay, so yeah, that looks better. It doesn't look exactly how I wanted it to look, but that's fine. That's fine. We can also now save faces by just adding these. Actually, no, we'll leave it. It's fine. That will be adjusted, Go West. That will be adjusted when I add the other details. I just hadn't added those other details yet. So now this is what this looks like when all of the bookcaseness is lower. So we don't really need this. This is just like how we built it out. So let's delete that because we don't really need that there. Let's delete that. But we got it there for reference. Now obviously we're gonna need some shelves. So let's add in a shelf. And I'm gonna do it there, and then what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make it just slightly darker. So the shelf itself is just a little bit darker. Oh, and then we need to delete the other bits. So there we go. This is our shelf. Oh, I halved it. Whoops. There we go. So this is our shelf. Set to floor. Then off of our bookshelf, we're going to have shelf 1. Pop it there. Everything's the same size, so we'll sort out the rest of the shelves in a little bit. The only thing that we now need to think about is if we're going to want to have different colors. Which is going to be the very, very hard bit that we do now. Okay? I am also thinking of adjusting... Fuck. I didn't duplicate. I just ruined this. Well, not fully. It's fine. I can fix it. Right. Duplicate. B-top. I just can't believe I did that. That's all. Right, 25. 25. There we go. Cool. Trim. There. Nice. Right. That is that one. So what we might want to do is we may want to do it so the top is its own thing. So I'm gonna call this bookcase top. I'm just gonna do, oh, what did I click? I clicked something. Just gonna do that. Set to floor, and then we're gonna call this just the top. And pop that there. Raise it up. And then we're going to take the top off of this one. We're just removing the top. There we go. Cool. Now, the only other thing that you need to keep in mind, because this is going to have multiple different static animations, the collision box is going to be odd. Okay, the collision box is going to be based off of the default animation. And so what I would suggest, especially if you're making it like there's a set of drawers, you're going to probably want the default animation to be the bookcase, because you're going to want it to be the largest option. If you have it being the set of drawers, and then you have the and you choose the animation to be the bookcase, what's going to happen is the player is going to be able to jump into it. So they'll be able to like just walk right through that because it's not the default animation. You could do it in both ways, okay? So you could have it, the default animation is the set of drawers, which means any of the bookcase options are now their collision box is now just that set of drawers and not the bookcase. So you could place something invisible there, roughly the right size, that would stop the player from running through the bookcase. And the opposite could be done. So if you choose that the bookcase is your default animation and the drawers are secondary to everything else, then if a player tries to jump on top of the drawers, it's going to be like, no, there's a collision box here because the bookcase is actually really tall, and it's going to be a weird collision box for that. So what I would suggest is you would turn the collisions off of the asset if you're going to have the set of drawers there, and then place an invisible asset the size of the drawers. You could always do two versions. So you could, let's say you've made this and you've got all these assets, like you've made them, like these drawers are already made, so you could do these drawers as their own asset. And so what you could do is you could have those drawers either placed in there, or you could you could have them as separate assets, but this is the point of making like a multi-use asset. But technically you can, and then you would have that as invisible. Maybe it's a magical house and somebody presses on the set of drawers and it turns into a bookcase. Who knows? Depends how you want to build your games out and do the stuff that you want to be doing. Good hiding spot? I don't know. Oh, that reminds me. I did ask the team if they could look into the whole saying everybody's names from really far away. Because obviously we do hide and seek a lot, and it's not like just a thing that I do with you guys. Loads of you do hide and seek. It's one of the things that we usually ask our ambassadors to play with people during, like, I don't think many did it during season 4, but I know we had loads of people doing it during season 3, and I'm very hopeful that we'll have people doing it in season 5 when that happens. So yeah. Okay, so what we need to do now is we need to, well, firstly, I'm going to name this bookcase, and I'm going to position everything correctly for the bookcase. So we're going to move you up. The shelf doesn't really matter, but okay. B4 is this one. Then you are this next one. And then, oh, hello. And you go on top. I could just make sure that nothing is overlapping there. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna pull that shelf out as well. There we go. Okay. I did not realize that was still like that. We'll adjust. I am not 100% sure whether I like this drawer not being... I think we're gonna have to extend it out. There we go. Okay, cool. And back of it as well. Oh, no, no. Oh, no! What did I do? There we go. Cool. Alright, so it's just this front bit. But I think that's okay. I think that front bit makes more sense. But obviously now we're like, okay, we need to be able to hide these other you planned during season 5. Amazing. Can you have them fix the jump mechanic too? They said, go West. Do you know what? The only one I've struggled with is if I'm jumping off of a single brick. Otherwise, I'm actually fine with the jump. I do feel like, you know, when you're jumping off of assets, it can be difficult. Like, if you're jumping off of an asset, it's difficult. Is there a public list of known issues somewhere? This is not a feature list. I'm not sure, Garnican. But I do agree that the avatar movements need to be adjusted, and that has been reported to the team. But I don't think there's a list of, like, known issues. So we're gonna want this in a different color. Let's make it real simple. First thing I'm gonna do, once again, I've got to stop just jumping into it. I'm going to duplicate this and call this, let's go for, IKEA white, bookcase. Oh yeah, go West. Like I said, if you are one, obviously I think some of the jump height has changed, and I don't know where, like, I think a lot of games were just upgraded and not fully tested, which is 100%. I agree, that's frustrating. But yeah, off of assets, I agree. Jumping off of assets is really difficult and really frustrating, which the beanstalk is an asset. Each of those are individual pieces. So yeah, I don't disagree with that. That's what I was saying. I agree with. Right, so we are going to want this to be, I don't want it to be like super bright, but let's make it kind of like an off-white. We're just gonna recolor the whole of this. Okay? This is now our new color for the bookcase. Okay? We are going to want this to be done in very similar parts, but we're going to have to do it even more so. Okay? Because if we add in bookcase 2 as an example, you can see now we've got Z fighting. We are not going to want Z fighting, okay? We're also going to have to keep in mind that we need to hide things inside of the drawers, okay? So what we are going to do is we are 100% adjusting all of this. I'm going to call this WB1. And this is going to be our top piece. Okay, so this is going to be our top piece. Now, the one thing that I'm going to do very different to this is, so I know this is going to be our top piece. So this is the size of our top piece. I am actually going to make this one voxel less. This is going to be 1 voxel less, so it's 5. It is going to be 4, and it's going to be 31, okay? And to the side, it is going to be 60. Oh, not 53. Damn it, go back. Go back! It is going to be 63. So it is now 1 voxel less. So we're going to move this out of the way. I'm going to add WB top. And so now this can hide inside of this. This can now also hide inside of this. The obvious main issue Actually, there is no main issue. Everything's just going to be one voxel less. That's all we're doing. Everything's going to be one less. There is no other issue. Alert's not working. Alert should be working. Oh, no! But it worked. It worked a minute ago. 1 second. Right. Zumzy, I'm giving you your alert back. You have been redeemed your alert. Garnican, I didn't redeem yours back because I heard it. The volume just wasn't on. Why? Why, Triggerfire? Why? You should be working. I don't know why it sometimes stops working. But hey, Zumzy, how you doing? And because I'm going to have the drawers as the main, I really actually think the bookcase is better as the main one. So it still doesn't matter. Because when this is hidden, oh. Yeah, it's still fine. I'm honestly just trying to remember what I did last time. Right, so we know that we've done the top. So we're just going to remove the top section. Perfect. We also know everything is going to be 63, so I'm just going to adjust it so we know it's 63. We are also going to adjust this to make this one thinner as well. And then, yeah, we'll just continue from there. So we'll go down, and the other one is, well, it's going to be hidden in the, oh, it's going to be hidden in the bookcase. We're going to make the bookcase the main one. Making the drawers the main one would be easiest, but I like the collision for the bookcase more. We should have started with the bookcase. Play games! Stop redeeming stuff! It's not working! I will give you your points back! I'm thinking this middle section needs to be its own thing, but let's just see for now. Let's just, because anything that I've got to readjust, I can just readjust it. It's fine. Okay, so let's do WB2. Yeah, so that's the issue we've got. This back bit is going to show through. Oh, and we didn't adjust that. Yeah, so that's 31. That's still 32, so let's make you 31 as well. So I can choose to either have it showing at the back or at the front. So I'm going to have to do the back separate. One, this would be easier if it was just a bookcase, because I honestly would do the back as a piece and the sides as a piece. But, oh my gosh. Oh, am I frozen? Thank you. I just thought you guys were like, hey, we're just going to redeem stuff. I'm just concentrating, guys. Like, that's all it is. I'm mad concentrating. Marshall, I'm giving you your points back as well, though. Yes, I'm gonna have to do this in separate pieces. I really wish I had set some of this up and been like, this is what I did earlier! Does anybody have questions? Is there anything anybody else wants me to cover? Because honestly, this is like one of those things where I'm like, I want to sit down and concentrate to do this. White B2 back. Okay, so this is just going to be the back of the asset. I really should have just done it back and sides. There's just going to be a lot of nodes. This is a lot of nodes. We can also make it one thinner as well if we need to. It should be fine. I'm sure it's meant to be, everything's meant to be one thicker, so the main one can hide in it when everything else is being used. But let's not think about that right now. Okay, WB back A. Okay, so we're gonna want... Okay, so you go to that. Can you just meet in line? Cool. And then you, I believe, are this piece. So now we have to get rid of this one's back. So it is literally just these sides. And it's the sides for this asset. There. Okay, cool. Okay, so you go to that. Where did you go? We'll make it a child node of this one. Which is going to be messy if I have to add any more stuff to it. Right, there we go. Cool. Right, so this slots in nicely now. No, it doesn't. There we go. Cool. And I am going to have to do the sides separate. It's going to be a situation where... Oh, making this a bookcase would have been so much easier. We should have done the bookcase first. I still can. I still can do the... When was the Panda Pops Party video made? A little while ago. Why? I'm not sure how long ago it was. It was a clip by Play Games. I might be able to find it, but I'm at least a year ago. Alpha Season 2? No. Was it Alpha Season 2? That's crazy. That's crazy. It must have been Alpha Season 3. It couldn't have been Alpha Season 2. I need to see the clip again. Play game. I could do ain't no party like a Panda Pops Party like a Panda Pops Party. Whoop whoop. There we go. Is that better? I just say it for you. Ain't no party like a Panda Pops Party like a Panda Pops Party. Whoop whoop. I am contemplating just doing the book. You know what? We can just do the bookcase. Like, let's delete. We're deleting all of bookcase 2. Like, that's just gone. Okay. So, the bookcase is our main, and then this is. Oh no, because I still have to break it apart. That's the oh, frog's sake. Is it all back? Cool. Right, great. I was gonna say, wait, no, we still have the drawers, so I still have to actually make it ready for the drawers. Okay. I could just make the drawers taller. Making them 30 was too low. Right, where are we up to with this? Yeah, we're gonna have to do the sides as 2 separate things. A, and then one is the same one and one is A. No, you're not a child node of that one. You're a child node. WB2A. And it is this one. Let's move you. Gonna have to make you bigger as well, but that's a thing for another time. Right, so we've done this side, trim. I'm not going to move the pivot point because it's just going to mess everything up. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to delete the opposite side, trim. Not going to move the pivot point. Right, perfect. So now all of this can hide inside, but I can then move these sides out. The only issue is they need to be thicker. And that's fine, I can make them thicker. Okay, we did the opposite. I made everything thinner by 1, and the top does, but nothing else does. Everything else needs to be thicker. So this actually needs to be 5. And this actually needs to, that's the height. This actually needs to be 6, not 17, 16. Okay, beautiful, right. Adjust. 526, 16. 526, 16. 526, 16. Oh, whoops. Right. Boom. Done. Okay, cool. And then this one is the same. This needs to be 65 by... Does it need... This one need to be thicker? 233. Okay, cool. No, why am I on you? No, not you. The white one. There, this one. So that's 63, so 64 by 17. Yes. Perfect. Okay, cool. Because this needs to stick out here. It's got to be a little bit thicker. So you're gonna have to be 18. There we go. No, for goodness sake. There we go. Lovely. Cool. Right. And then you come out to here. Excellent. Right. And you come out to there. Oh no, you're not. Oh, you're the right size there. Okay, so you need to be 65. And then we'll... I think I could set that one to... And it sticks out both sides. Perfect! This is what we want. Okay, because these should all, when we need to hide them, they can all hide inside... Yes, see, that fits in there perfectly. Oh no, this one... Oh wait, but we won't have... Oh, you don't fit. No, are you one block too tall? You're one voxel too tall. That's fine. This is now one voxel taller. When in doubt, just do the simplest thing. This is now one voxel taller. It now makes our life just that little bit easier, okay? That's all we want. Now this side shows. Damn it. Okay, I needed to make the back. Okay, right. I've got it. I can do this. I can do this. We have this. When is next season? Stay tuned for official announcements. We won't officially announce when a next season is on a stream. There'll be like a full-on official announcement. We will mention on a stream like the same day, like, hey, did you see the announcement? But there's season 5 is definitely coming soon. Okay, right, I've got this now. I have got this. These side bits, we're gonna delete them. We're good for deleting these. Top bit's fine. This bit we're also deleting, but we're going to duplicate this. I've got it now. WB 2B. No, W2B. Just W2B. Why not? That's the top. So we've got the WB2. So we already know we're not having this top bit because we've done the top. So we know the top has gone. The top has gone. We then need to make this 26. So we know that's going to be 26. And a chop to here. Hey, Pickaxe Master! How am I getting on in Realms of Allura? Fine. I mean, I came in the top, whatever it was, which is pretty good. And so what we're going to want to do with this is we're going to want to split both of these sides. First thing we're going to do is make this 65. We're going to make this pop out this side, and we don't really care about this bit at the minute. In fact, we can just make it thicker there. There we go. Cool. And then we're going to want the back to stick. Do we want the back to stick out? I think this is good. Okay, so we're going to do this as 1, and then I'm going to grab this one, and this is WB2A, and then we're going to duplicate, and this is going to be WB2B. WB2A, and then off of it again, WB2B. Now we've got the correct sizes. So this is this one. Okay, and we're just going to make sure, like, yeah, it sticks out at the back. Now, these front bits do need extending, but otherwise, everything else looks great. Okay, and, you know, we're going to need it one thicker, I think. So we're going to need it to go back to 33. There we go. So we're going to just adjust this, bring it back. There we go. Let's recolor this. But Pickaxe Master, how you doing? And for those that haven't already clicked that they're interested in the Discord event, make sure to hop on over to Discord because we do have a Builders Challenge stream coming, Town Hall coming up. And you should be there. Right, I think that's the correct size. There we go, cool. Get our pivot. I'm going to have some guests coming on to talk about their experiences in Builders Challenge. Okay, so we got that. So we can see the back and we can see the front. And it is poking out from behind this. However, if we go hide it, we can go and move it inside of the drawers. So it is now fully hidden inside of the drawer section. And that's what we want, okay? But we do also need to add our side pieces. So this is A. I'm gonna add this right here. We're gonna go in and we're going to delete all of one side. So we're going to start deleting all down here. Delete. You know what? We could just do it faster with this. We're going to move it until it's perfectly in line here. Beautiful. But this does need to be a little bit longer. So we're going to make it 33. I think this should be enough. We can adjust if needed. Good morning, Cyber Dragon. And there we go. If we place, let's align these. So we're going to want these aligned. So this one basically attaches right here. And it is a 7.5. To get it exact, we can go to the inspector and we, oh, whoops. and we can place it just like that. Now that is exactly correct for that side. And let's just make sure that it pokes out on all fronts. So we're going to want it poking out the back ever so slightly. And so see how it's like encompassed this section. See how it's like going round, and it's just one voxel. Just one voxel either side. So even though the collision is going to be based off of the brown bookcase that we're doing, it's not going to matter too much because it's literally a voxel either side, for the player isn't going to be able to notice that collision. It's not going to be a huge noticeable collision issue, just because it's a tiny one voxel movement. Oh, wow, amazing! Your Builder Challenge 3 event details. Pickaxe Master on your Twitch. Let's highlight that. I want to highlight that. Let's do that. And anybody else? Anybody else that's doing stuff and things? Have you got stuff that you're gonna be doing? Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at Pickaxe Master right now. Oh, here we go. Ruby Reader's Riches. Honestly, cool. Go West, you're doing stuff and things. Make a post, and I will highlight it. The Pickaxe Master Builders Challenge 3 event is here. Unlock up to 50,000 Sand prize pool and win multiple NFT rewards. Okay, I like how you've done that because you know that per experience you have a cap of. So I'm assuming that, like, I'm going to read more of this, but I'm assuming that it's going to, like, depending on what you receive, a portion of that goes to the community. Cyber Dragon's doing stuff and things too. Amazing! Do you know what? I'm probably going to do stuff and things as well. I've made one very basic parkour. And I'm definitely going to do something with it. Don't know what, but it's not going to be as good as what these guys are doing. So, Cyber Dragon, let me put a tweet out, or just let me know what stuff and things are you doing. Pickaxe Man. Wait, Cyber Dragon, is this what you were telling me, like, the game that you've been working on? Like, the one that you're building more for you than the ones that you've been asked to build? I hope that's not saying too much. I'm trying to be covert. Everything is backwards. Oh, it has to be stuff and things, not the other way around. Oh, do you know what? I didn't even realize that you said it backwards. I did not even realize. Nah, this is your mini game for Builder Challenge. Nice. Right, greetings from the heart of the mountain. New Builders Challenge is back at the Sandbox, and we have an exciting new model to make it more fun and more rewarding to play. Welcome to the milestone model. Love that. Kind of like a Kickstarter. This is the vibe I'm getting already. I'm kind of thinking Kickstarter. I could be wrong, but let's carry on. Where the more all games. Please change this. Please let me grammar check. Where the more this is hard. Okay, I'm gonna skip this. Where the more games that are played, the more tiers are unlocked, and with it, new sand and new NFT rewards will be put up for the final prize pool. Pickaxe Master, you almost broke me. I was really trying to read it the way you wrote it. Right, so listen. Where the more games that are played, I don't know why you have an all in here. Get rid of that. No. Be gone. You almost broke me. Right, let's carry on. Sounds exciting, right? Yeah, it does. So let's dig into it. Love that because you're minors. And what you need to know. 1, leaderboard structure, global leaderboard, experience leaderboard, NFT leaderboards, prize pool milestones, because it's multiple games. Yeah, but it's not where the more all games are played. Okay, I'm gonna say it again, and you listen to how I'm saying this, and you honestly tell me if this makes sense to you. Where the more all games are played, just where the more games that are played. English is hard. English can be hard. Do you know what? Like, English is my first language. I know some of other languages, but to those where, like, English is your second language, honestly, well done. Because I can 100% guarantee you know how to speak a second language way better than any other language I can speak. Okay? I've had to put a lot of time and effort in learning Japanese, and unfortunately, because I never kept it up, I am definitely not as well versed in it anymore. I used to speak French pretty well growing up. I never had need for it after secondary school, so I never did it. I also took Italian, and I could probably say a few words, and that is it. It definitely hasn't stayed, and it's because I don't regularly have to use it, and so it just falls out of my brain. Now, thanks for the tip, okay. Yeah, make it sound bad. In my head was sounding good. I mean, honestly, sometimes things can, like, look right to you and you just don't kind of realize. I've had it happen. I've definitely typed stuff where someone's been like, what did you write? And I was like, oh yeah, that don't make sense. So it's not just a you thing. Like, it definitely happens. Right, anyway, let's go. Leaderboard structure, global leaderboard. The global leaderboard is a mashup, 50% of global prize pool. So I'm assuming that is 50% of whatever the max amount of what you've earned is. The global leaderboard is a mashup of all rankings across all ranked games Pickaxe Master has available to play. Your final ranking will be calculated through a point system. This is based on a sum of your rankings across all games. Oh, that's cool. Only the top 100 players will receive points on each experience. The amount of points given is directly tied to your ranking. Okay, makes sense. Question. So I get first place is 100 points. Do you mean, like, because you've put 10th place receives 90 points, what does 9th to 2nd place get? Okay, so is it like first place is 100, and then 2nd to 10th place is 90, and then 11th to 25th is 70 points. I would say make this a little bit more clear. Make this just slightly more clear, because it could be, to some people, they could think 1st to 9th place is 100 points. For me, I always assume first place is always getting, like, the maximum amount, and everyone below that is getting the lower amount. But I would say maybe make this a slightly more clear, but otherwise it looks good, makes sense, I understand it. The sum of all rankings combined will give the final amount of points to the players in the final leaderboard. It's an example as number 1 receives 100 points and it's decreasing 1 point. Oh, so like, so 2nd place gets 99. Sumsy, this is what Pickaxe Master are making for their Builders Challenge. You know, I'm freaking retweeting this as well before I forget. No, go back! Go back! Go back! There we go. Right, perfect. Right. ChatGPT is your go-to. Okay, does it mention it's decreasing? I would maybe put it decreases, because I do not get that from this. The experience leaderboard is a competition tied up to an individual experience, meaning that the prize pool will be distributed accordingly, meaning that the prize pool will be distributed accordingly to the ranking of players within each individual game. NFT leaderboard, 25% of global prize pool. The NFT leaderboard is NFT gated leaderboard exclusive to owners of the Master Tribe avatar or Pickaxe owners. Players must own either one of the NFTs to be eligible to the prize pool. The leaderboard will be tracked by the global leaderboard. Cool. Makes sense. Prize pool milestones. Also, as a tip, maybe make these as links that take people to be able to purchase your NFTs. Like, whether that's an OpenSea link if it's a collection, or to your website to mint the avatars if they're still minted. It's my, like, that is like, you don't need to do that now. Don't be like, oh, I gotta do that. But, like, that's a thing maybe you could think about to potentially do. Prize pool milestones. The starting prize pool will begin at 5,000 sand, and by playing the Pickaxe Master games, the accumulated plays over all our experiences will unlock new tiers and new prizes, either sand and NFTs. Check below for the milestones. Honestly, yeah, doing a Kickstarter thing, I feel like, you know what, I'm going to ruin it a little bit. One of our guest speakers is going to be Pickaxe Master themselves, and I feel like you're going to have a lot to say about what you've planned here, and I think that's going to be amazing for people to hear how you've planned this. And I think doing a structure like this is a really, really good idea, and I love it. Because it is, honestly, it looks like a Kickstarter kind of thing, and I love this. It looks great. Iron Forged Explorer reached after 500 global accumulated plays, 1,000 sand cumulative milestone, 6,000 sand. Milestone unlocked after 1,000 global accumulated plays. I'm assuming that maybe you're thinking of this in a term of based off of what you saw in Builders Challenge 2. This is what you think is probably roughly what, like, hopefully you'd be earning this amount is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Because obviously nobody knows roughly how it's calculated other than the people in charge of the Builders Challenge, and that information isn't going to be shared to people. So yeah, this to me seems like even I don't know how it's being calculated. I know as much as you guys, which is like plays to whatever stuff. Like I know what's been told to you guys. With 8 experiences, and yes, it's based on, yeah, which seems like the right thing. Right, Silver Seekers bounty milestones after 2,000. The sand milestone is 1,000. Cumulative is 8,000. NFT common fork lift for top 100 players in global leaderboard. Common rock forklift. Sorry, I read that so wrong. After 3,500 goes up another 1,000. Then it's an NFT one, and yeah, like this looks amazing. I'm not gonna go through all of this, but you know what? I haven't even linked it. Let's link it in chat. Let's get this linked in chat. I'm just gonna scroll down. How much did you do? Oh my goodness! Right. 1,000 completion. How did you jump to 1,000? Milestone after 200,000 global accumulative plays. Yeah, like, look at that. You're just like, yeah, let's go. NFT, eligible experiences. So then you've got a list of your experiences here, which I think is great. And let's just make sure that all the links work. Oh, wait. Have you published these? Because I have whitelisting, so I can see if these experiences are live, and you might... you know what? I'm just going to close them. It looks like they work. Red light stop, green light go. Oh, you did red light, green light? Okay, interesting. Gonna play these. And then you've got, do you have links to your Discord? Put a link to your Discord. There will be a lot of support on your Discord. Where's your Discord? Where's your Discord at? They are live. Okay, perfect. But where's your Discord at? You gotta link your Discord, link your Twitch somewhere on there as well. Yeah. You are right. I know I'm right. I'm always right. I'm very rarely incorrect. But yeah, definitely. You know what? Why don't we just like show you guys right here as well? Let's go there. Right. Follow Pickaxe Master. Okay, back to our drawers, our wardrobe. Back to our wardrobe. Okay, so we've done one side. We gotta go do this other side now. So we're going to just drag this all the way over to here. Trim it. Can't remember if the sizing is correct. This is 526/33. Let's just double check this. 526. Oh, 33. Come on now. Boom. Done. Oh, there's an ad break in 5 minutes, guys. And as I said, I obviously really want Alex to speak more about the plan that he had sort of presented to me, and we've approved, and we're going to be moving forward with it. But I did briefly mention, and I am very excited about what we're going to be doing as a initiative on these streams. So I do want to get you guys ready, because we're going to be starting it pretty soon. As many of you know, obviously we accepted Twitch affiliates, so we could have things like the Twitch channel points and the additional benefits that come with us being affiliated. But obviously we never sort of asked you guys to subscribe, because the money just sits there, nothing happens with the money, and then obviously, unfortunately, we have to have ads, and we've tried to put the ads in a way that would be as less intrusive on the streams as possible. What I can tell you is we have actually approved for some special initiatives to happen, and all of that money that you guys, like, either from subscribing or even from the ones from the ads that you guys see, that is actually going to be given back to you guys in some form. We are going to do a thing that is going to be like a community build in a way, where you guys are going to be able to vote for builders that you would like to see build on a community build. It's going to alternate between builders that we have reached out to then builders that you guys are voting on, or they might vote for themselves. We're going to have an allocated amount that will go towards buying NFTs that you guys would be able to sort of be like, redeem that. And obviously there's going to be some structure. It can't be like, hey, you want to spend the entire amount on an NFT. We're not really going to allow that. But obviously, we're going to be spending that to buy some of the NFTs on the marketplace. We're going to use that to run events on this community build. So it's going to be a huge collaborative build thing, with Alex sort of doing the main social hub. But we're hoping we're going to run a ton of events on there and do a bunch of stuff, but also use it as an advertising sort of portal for all of these amazing builders, in a sense. As much as I know sometimes these ads are a little bit annoying that you see them, now, like, if you do see an ad, that money is now going to go back towards you guys. And any of you that do decide to subscribe to us, that money is going to go back into the community. And there's going to be way more information coming on that real soon. But I am really, really excited that we're going to be able to run that initiative with you, and that we're going to be able to take that sort of money that you've given to us just because you wanted to subscribe for whatever reason. And now we're going to be able to sort of like reward the creators in the space. We're going to be able to run fun events with you guys that are here engaged with us on streams and all of that. Don't spend all your $2.50 in one place. I will try not to. No, and it's not like it's gonna be like me and Alex just choosing. It honestly is gonna be a very big collaborative thing. We're gonna be using a lot more of like the channel point system for you guys to redeem. We're gonna be using like the Twitch polls, so you guys will get to vote on things. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot more to it now. Right, let's position this. Okay, cool. So we've done it for this. The only thing that we've kind of got to sort is the top of this. And the reason for that is, wait, if I put this in, can I flip this? Because if I can flip this and it sits inside nicely, I can make this the exact size that I need. So please tell me that, oh yeah, it is gonna fit. Oh, I can make this the correct size. Okay, cool. All right, we're gonna actually delete that and we're gonna make a new one. So it's just much easier if we do duplicate, might be top. And we're gonna do it there. And then from here, we're gonna want it to be, I think, 66. Then we're going to want it to be 33, I believe, but we can adjust if needed. Set to floor. But yeah, I'm very excited. Oh, whoops. I'm very excited that we're... Where did that top piece... Oh, I actually fully deleted the node. WB to... No, WB top. Yeah, I'm very excited that we're going to be running all these fun initiatives. And obviously, those that joined us for the... Okay, that needs to be one higher. Yeah. One more voxel higher. Those that joined us for the Avatar meetup, we will be running monthly Avatar meetups. And it will always appear in the event section of Discord. And it will mention... Okay, I like that. It kind of like peeks over the edge, but we can... I'm pretty sure I can hide it by rotating it, so I'm pretty happy with that. There, cool. Hey, no problem, Pickaxe Master. Always happy to help. So obviously we're going to need to break these next bits down. Oh, ad break. So we'll wait for people to come back from the ad break. Oh, wow, we're already an hour and a half in. I may do some of this off stream, and I'm going to mention that when everybody is back. Right, everyone's back. Cool. So for those that missed it, all I said that we're getting to time. We've been here for an hour and a half. We'll go for a little bit longer. But I am going to do a little bit of this off stream. And then when it comes to next week, we're going to do a lot more. But I'm also going to talk about all of the stuff that we've done. But just so people are aware, what we're doing is we are basically making like a multi-use asset. And that could be done in a multiple of different ways. That could be like you make a mech that is walking along and all of a sudden that mech is now a car. That would be like a multi-use asset because it is a car, it is a mech, it is maybe an NPC, it is what it is. This is a little bit more of a, I wouldn't class it as a beginner because there's a lot of elements involved. I would definitely class this more as an intermediate level activity, I guess. But what we did was we started with the smallest item. So the smallest item was our drawers. So let's just, if I just move both bookcases off. So this is the smallest item that we've got. And when it comes time for there to be, because it's going to have a bunch of static animations. It's going to have a whole bunch of static animations. And these drawers are going to be one of them. I have done this with a bookcase by itself, and I'll show you the bookcase. Let me pop that up. Oh, and for those that may have missed the announcements and the notifications, starting today, it is now no longer going to be possible for you to sell or list your assets on the marketplace that are from the Ethereum network. It is now all just layer 2, so layer 1 assets you're not going to be able to sell on the Sandbox marketplace. They still retain all of their use. They're still going to appear in your wallet. You're still going to be able to use them in-game. Nothing from like the actual asset side of them is changing. They're going to still have all their usability. You're going to be able to use them. You're going to be able to see them in your wallet and all of that. None of that's changing. They're still all going to be there. Just selling them in the marketplace is just not going to be possible. If, for example, and it's only going to be if you search for them. So I'm going to try and think of one of the assets. Okay, the rabbits, the oracle's duck. No, because they're not up for sale. Was there something of mine? Maybe my bookcase. So with my there we go. Here's my bookcase. and it will now ask me to list it on OpenSea. Okay, so it's not up for sale. But if one of these was on sale, it would then tell you to go to OpenSea. So you will still be able to purchase these assets, just not on the Sandbox Marketplace itself. But this is the bookcase that I made. Does Sandbox work on bridging ETH assets to POL? No, they don't. It was one big question I asked, which was, will the assets be bridged over? And as I've been told at this moment in time, no, the assets are not being bridged over to Polygon. So they are still staying on the Ethereum. So they're still staying on layer 1. They are not being bridged over to layer 2. Obviously, land is bridgeable. If you happen to purchase the land over on layer 1, you can bridge that over to layer 2. But this is what I mean by like the bookcase I did. So we did like we did 8 colors, I think, or 4 colors. We've got black, darkwood, lightwood, white. So we did 4 colors, 2 swatches each. So we got lightwood here. Can you scroll back up? And then we got lightwood over 1. So they're two different types. So the same color swatch, 2 different types on that. The white one right there, and then we've got like the black one. I kept the white shelves just to not make it as blocky. And then we got the dark wood. This was much easier to do, and I think the white one, yeah. So this is how I did it. So with this, not that you can see, the main one that I originally built on was much thinner. Everything else is much thicker. You can see that this bit is a separate piece that's been put on top, and then everything hides inside of this asset. So nothing's hiding underground. The hard bit of this one is we have a very small option. We're going to have a drawer option. So this little side table set of drawers is like the smaller option, which means unlike my bookcase that I did, where I only needed to worry about doing like the backs and the sides and the top for each color swatch, now I actually have to break it down into sections so we can hide it inside of this one. Because when we do the drawers on their own, everything needs to be inside of those drawers. So we've got to make sure that we're breaking everything down, which is going to increase our node amount. So far, I'm not worried. We're only on 14. We're only on 14, and one of those is this that we're not going to use, so that's fine. And our face count is also so far still really good. That is going to increase, and our node count is also going to increase when we start adding assets to this build. Now, what is the point of making this instead of making separate items? I actually like the idea of one asset having multiple different uses. Instead of me making a set of drawers and a bookcase, why not have it as just one asset? Why not? Like, I feel like that gives it more usage to people being like, oh, yes, I could use this in different varieties, different ways. For the reason you're... yes, so Kaiten, I did mention this last time. I thought you were here when I did the Avatar stream. So I spoke to the team. This happened previously, but yes, with the Lady Pixie Avatar collection and the community collection, okay, these were done in a different way. So these were done as a trial, kind of like how they were thinking of implementing people making avatars and having them in the sandbox. And this was like a trial version of how they were going to do that, and it's been discontinued. But I got to make an avatar for a promotional thing that I had to do, and then other people got to do them for different reasons. I don't know how they got theirs, but however they got it was that. So there was the community collection and there was the Lady Pixie collection. These are done very differently, and they all have the same ID number. So when you look at, like, you know, any other avatar, you see how it says, like, it has its own little ID, like you've got 002, or you've got 1022, or you got number 69, you got number 42. Like you get the idea. They've all got their individual IDs, whereas these ones have the same. So and it was only really properly picked up during Alpha Season 4 for that transformation event, because it happened a little bit with the Little Prince, and it was mentioned, but then it got fixed really fast, so I didn't think much of it. And then there was a different issue during the transformation event in Alpha Season 4, and that got fixed, and I was like, hey, I never transformed my avatar, it's still transformed. And I went back and forth with the team, and we realized it's because it's part of the community collections. So what happens is, if one person transforms that avatar, which whoever keeps doing it to the Panda Pops one, naughty. But anyway, if they transform, if one person transforms that avatar, all of them transform. Luckily, it goes back to normal. So it will go back to normal. We had spoken to the team previously, and they said that they were working on a way on sorting this. Unfortunately, a fix hadn't come through by the time this event has happened. They are aware of it. I will make sure to ask them. However, it isn't currently a huge priority. So your Panda Pops avatar will turn back to normal. But unfortunately, yeah, if you own any of the avatars from the Community Collection or the Lady Pixie Collection, and any one person transforms that avatar, then they all will transform. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but we do know that it's happened, and the team is aware on needing to get it sorted. So hopefully that's less confusing for you. I know it's still a little confusing, but hopefully it's less confusing. Okay, so we got to now duplicate this. I'm going to call this WB3. So as I was saying earlier, because we have to hide this inside of the smallest item, we have to break this into multiple different sections. So I already know I had to go down 26, so I'm just looking. So we're at 26. I know I've got to break this down all the way down there. I just can't remember. I think I go up, don't I? Go west, it is not! It is not, it will not be. This does not look like IKEA. Be gone! I'm just double checking the height of this. Wait, you can't be 27. Okay, you're apparently 27. So we'll do this down to 27. Raise it up. Right here. And then I already know we're going to have to split this into a few different parts. I'm going to just collapse that. So now we're going to do WB3. And we're going to have WB3A and oh, goodness sake. WB3B. Okay, so Kaita, no! It is Metaverse Homes. Damn it, I named it something for all of your meta home needs or something like that. Let me see if I can find what I called them. Was it drawers? Got a lot of drawers in here. These drawers? No. Okay, cute bedside drawers. Oh, I just called it meta homes. Add some color to your meta homes. I'm sure I've added some other information there before, but I'll find out. But these are the cute bedside drawers I've done. Just in case you're curious. My other bookcase was very IKEA-esque. Right, so we got this one here, and like the other one, we're gonna have to adjust it to be the same, basically. So we're 55, 18, 26. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna just make sure that we get rid of these side bits. And then we'll adjust from there. Wait, I'm so confused. Do I make you smaller? $55, 26, 18. 50, 55, 26, 18. 55. Oh no, the height has to be different, and 18. Okay, cool. Okay. I was like, oh no, the height's definitely different. Okay, set to floor. And need to get this into position. There. Cool. And then we just make sure, yeah, we can see it on both sides. And damn it. Luckily, I can duplicate these. That's, in fact, you know what? I can just use these. Because they should be the same size. They just need an additional height. Oh, damn it. So I do need to duplicate. So 3. Oh. 3B. 3B. Cool. And then we'll just go in, and the height needs to be 27. Beautiful. Right. And get these into position. They're going to need, because it's like an odd number, I have to go to the inspector, and we're going to do 7.5 and 7.5. There we go. Cool. And a lot of this we are going to be doing separately. So I'm going to obviously do some of this off of stream. Got a small amount to do. The hard bit is going to be doing the little bottom section for our drawers. For the bookcase drawers, I guess. What I could do is I could potentially hollow out the front portion of this, make this a separate node, and then the front bit could just always sit on there when it's the drawers, or if it's the brown bookcase, then it matches, so it's fine. Or then other pieces could go there. So that's an option that I'll probably explore. But yeah, these sort of things take time. And just in case people weren't here earlier, obviously we'll sort this later in terms of actually setting it up. But let's say we want this hidden inside. So we're going to take these side pieces and I'm going to rotate them. And we're going to just hide them inside. Now they're on the floor, so we're going to want to raise them a little. But once again, our default animation is going to be the bookcase. The only thing I have to worry about is when, in fact, we're going to see this. Okay, some of that is too high. Okay, we may need to adjust this slightly. Because we do need to make sure that these hide. Just check. Okay, so there's one voxel. There's one voxel in the way. Okay, so we can pop that there. Our next bit is this, which just kind of sits nicely there anyway, so we're not really worried about that piece. The top is also a little too big and not high enough. So this top piece is going to have to be broken into parts. Okay, because that does not fit in here. We can't really make that part of this. We have to be able to hide it. Okay? So we're definitely going to have to break the top of this wardrobe. Obviously, this one doesn't matter because we can even raise it. We can raise the height of this set of drawers with the top of that, which does help for the other pieces, just not for this one piece. And then same again, these would rotate if needed. Oh. We'll slot that in there, and then we just rotate these pieces in. And hide them inside. Like that. There we go, lovely. And then this piece also can just connect right there. So yeah, just the top needs adjusting. We'll probably do the same for the top, like we've done for all the other pieces, where the side pieces are separate, which would mean that this could sit inside nicely, with the side pieces rotated in. And then that will be fine. So ideally, we want to try and make sure everything goes inside the smallest asset. Our smallest asset is this. And this, I mean, we've named it bookcase, but let's just call this drawers 01. So we'll adjust this so it fits. And then if we go to idle, we've got the white one here, and we've got to just adjust everything to be the correct height and all of that jazz. So we'll do a little bit of this off stream. I'll do a little bit of this off stream. By the time we get here for next Monday, we are going to have a lot more that we've done. I will obviously talk about the general process. I may even just like record myself doing some of the build, so then I can play it during the stream and I can sort of like narrate exactly like what was happening, what I did to do this, and the thought process behind it, rather than me just showing you what I've done, like the finished product, and then just telling you how I got there instead of you visually seeing it. I think sometimes people are very visual learners. So yeah. Make sure to tune in to all of our other streams. I know Alex is currently on vacation, so you are missing out on his streams at the moment. And Lucas is recovering very well, so it's great to see Lucas recovering. We obviously had Cyberdragon in here earlier. Far too late, Cyberdragon. Far too late. I know what time it is in Oz right now. And thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Thank you everybody over on Twitch, the people on Twitter that watch. Don't forget as well, if you are watching like a replay or something, make sure to try and tune into our live streams, because we do have kind of like a watch and earn thing happening. So while you're watching our streams over on Twitch, you're earning channel points, and with those channel points you can redeem them for NFTs and potentially other prizes. We've had avatars as prizes before. We've had like the mystery boxes which have sand in them. Okay, so that's pretty amazing. That is pretty amazing. I don't, Jazzwolf, I don't think it's this Wednesday. I think it's next Wednesday, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So yeah, it's panda season. It is not panda season. Would be cool though. Although I'd want to do like my full Pandonian thing. I wish I had either the time to be able to fully build everything that I want to build, or the money to hire people to build what I want to build. Because my mind is filled with ideas. I could sit here and I could tell you story after story, idea after idea. I've got like huge narrations of everything in my mind that I just want to tell and do and you know, show off and share with people. And I just don't have time. My mind is a boggling thing, and it's pretty amazing. Right, let's see if anybody is streaming. And being able to save and share logic might be easier and cheaper to do it. Probably. Back on the 26th. Thank you, Jazzwolf. So Alex is back this week. Yay! You got Alex. Make sure to tune in. Okay? I'm telling you. Right, let's see who's streaming. Oh, okay, right. Well, please give Van Ho some love and stuff. They are a crypto influencer. I'm not too sure what they're playing, okay? But they are a crypto influencer. I follow them on Twitter, and I've seen them stream before, and they're pretty good. So please, at least say hello. Please at least say hello, guys, okay? As always, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the metaverse. Oh, wait, the raid hasn't fully gone through yet. But yeah, please do go check them out. I will see you guys. Well, we have the Friday group stream this Friday. But yeah, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the metaverse, and I will see you later this week. You can hit raid now. I can now, but I couldn't a moment ago.